Welcome to Kickin' It with Chicken. I'm your friendly neighborhood fire chicken himself. Hey, this is where we talk about everything Scrapyard related, street beast related, and premiere a fight every once in a while. I've been doing that lately. It seems to be getting a lot of positive feedback, so I'm going to keep doing that. I'll finish a fight. I'll put it up for you guys to see. And you give me your comments or whatever about it when I premiere it. So I'm not going to tell you about which one we're going to premiere tonight. But there's a lot of shit I got to talk about, mainly things that have really been like eating away at me the last couple days or the last 8 hours or so. I had a nice little trip with the family over the weekend, so I didn't have access to any of my computer stuff. Like I don't get a chance to do any editing. And what I do generally when I know I'm going to go on a trip is I'll edit a couple fights and then I'll put them like on the back burner on my channel so you guys can't see them yet, because I release them like at certain times. Like if I just like sat up here and edited all these fights and released them, then I'd have like half a month where I don't have anything coming out. But I need to give you guys content like every single day, every other day at the most. So that's kind of how I schedule my content release. What's up, Pyromaniac? Armani Warrior, hey, what's up, man? So anyway, you guys might be wondering, like, well, how do I get my fight edited first? And what I'm just gonna say is there is no way to get your fight edited first. It's up to me, and it comes down to that. Was it a quick fight? Was it a 5-round fight? Was it exciting? Was it an injury? Whatever. Like I got my reasons why I put out certain fights. Sometimes it's just like there might be a lot of good fights, but they might be like all MMA fights. So I'll throw like a boxing one in between there. So ultimately, what it does come down to is my preference on when I want to release them. Now, I mean, come on, guys. Go watch the live feed if you want to see your fight. It comes down to that. It's on the live feed. You can watch it. You can review what happened. It's there for you. But it takes me a couple hours to edit a fight because I do a lot of extra stuff to the fights. Could I edit them faster? Yes, I could if I wanted. If I wanted to like skimp out on stuff and not include things in your video. Do you not want slow motion? Do you not want stats? I mean, but I'm going for quality here, guys. I want a quality product for you guys to watch. So I'm going to put my best effort forward. And if I got like a 5-round fight to edit, like say Q-Tip's fight from the month before last, like going into that, like I know there's going to be some good shots in there. Okay, so that means there's going to be slow motion. What else? Oh, it's a 5-round fight. Okay. And now I'm alternating camera angles, guys. That takes even more time. See, you guys just, if you don't know how the process works, then you're just like an outside perspective on it. You don't see what goes into it. But it's a lot of time. It's my time. It's my time that I sacrifice, with my family or other things. So it makes a better product. But yes, I will agree, Justin. But I went down there for vacation and I was in the airport and I was freezing my ass off because it was like starting to get cold out and I needed a sweatshirt. It's really comfy, but yes, I agree. So anyway, this is the policy, guys. If you fought and you hit me up and you're like, when's my fight going to be done? Like, first off, it's kind of how you're asking me, like, when's my fight going to be done? Like, whoa. you know what? It'll be done when it's done. Especially when I'm like, you know, in the mind frame that I'm on, like a family trip and stuff, and I'm not doing any editing. It's like I just get bombarded with that, and then I'm like, it'll be done when it's done, and then that's not good enough. It's like then I start getting like comparisons between other people's fights. It's up, lights out. Start getting comparison between like other people's videos. Like, well, you edited this person's video pretty quick because I had time. And it doesn't matter. If I say it's going to get edited when it gets edited, it's going to get edited when it gets edited. And by asking me, you can go to the end of the line and have your fight edited last. That's just how it's going to go, guys. That's actually always how it's gone. Because you shouldn't be harassing me and bugging me and like acting entitled, wanting to know when your fight's going to come out and then get an attitude with me. Especially when I go back and look at chat messages from your previous fight and you ask me the same damn thing. So another fighter that wants the red carpet rolled out for him. We don't play that ego shit out here at the Scrapyard, guys. You get along with everybody just like everybody. We're all equal, you know? You don't got to be out here. It's a great platform for you guys to participate. I put out good footage for you guys. I put out good videos for you guys so you guys can get a following, get a name for yourself, and get recognition. But coming after the host, the guy that orchestrates it all and edits the videos, not the right thing to do. Definitely not the right thing to do. But yeah, so hey, same policy. Don't bug me about when your fight's going to be out, okay? Or it'll be at the end. And if it does come out at the end and you keep pushing it, it might be a pretty one-sided edit. I'll just say that. Because I can do whatever I want in editing a video. But I don't do that. Really, I don't. Like, another thing I'm going to touch on is fairness and bias in the Scrapyard. So look, this all ties into it also. You see, I will get to that. It's on my list, okay? Thank you. You also got to change your name to your fight name so I recognize you when you come on here, okay? Another thing about that I got to touch on that I was like thinking about and I completely forgot because I got sidetracked with that message. Yeah, damn it. I don't know. I mean, like basically, like I got notes and stuff that I write down here just to keep me on track, but like I know I was going somewhere with it, but oh, bias and that kind of stuff. Look, guys, I'm providing a platform, a place for people to come out and test themselves. I don't ask any of our fighters, ask like Crazy Legs or any of these guys, you know, like they don't get special treatment as far as like how decisions go. The decision goes the way it goes. And I really push for the decisions to be fair. I really push for equal people to be treated equal in the Scrapyard because I want people to come out and stay. I don't want somebody to come out here and fight and think that we're like biased toward them for like whatever reason. So why would I push you out? Why would I not want you to be here? That doesn't make sense. I want you to keep coming back, and fighting. I mean, it helps you out. It helps the channel out, you know? So there's none of that crap. Even people that come from like from different branches. I want these people to come back. I don't want them to be like, man, I went down there, it was a bunch of bullshit. Like I totally won that fight and they screwed me in the decision. I can only think of one instance where we might have got a decision wrong on a fighter that traveled from out of state, and that was that might have been the beach fight. Okay, but I mean the people that were there that day, I'm not even giving you attention, dude. Man, I got a lot of people from oh, how do you change your name? Dude, I would like I hate to be that guy, crazy legs that says Google it, but it's got to be like in the settings of YouTube or something. Cause I haven't changed the name on a YouTube channel in like a long time. But anyway, what I'm getting down to is that I'm trying to treat you guys fair and keep everybody even. So people want to come back and continue to come out here and fight. Um, People thinking like I'm this evil dictator that's trying to take things away from them is ridiculous. Like that's totally not me. Of course, that's what I would say if it was. But you can ask anybody that's like come out to the scrapyard. That's it's fair out here. What else? Let's see. This takes a lot of time, guys. I do got a family. I got a full-time job. Um, I put my time into it when I can. But I mean, if you want to leave, fine. But if you want the recognition, the following, and everything being associated with street beefs, then you got to learn how to behave in a group atmosphere. You can't just get this attitude like you're better than everybody and they should be bowing down to you or snapping at me or whatever. I mean, oh, there you go. Hey, Armani Warrior. Hey, crazy legs. If he figured it out in that amount of time, I'm pretty sure you could figure it. So I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for Crazy Legs to finish this. I'm waiting. Okay, I'm done waiting. Oh shit. All right. Dude, that'd be freaking awesome, Scorpio. Dude, to be honest, man, like I really, really love this whole. So back to my beginning with fighting, like I've always been interested in fighting stuff since I was even like 9 years old. I did a boxing match when I was 9 years old. I've grown up. I've done grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. Jimmy Fit, what's up? So I've been in this stuff for a long time. And it's a passion of mine. And to be part of something that I 100% am invested in as far as support goes with street beefs, something I love, an organization that I love, that I'm part of, to be able to do what I do, thanks to Scarface. I mean, I can't say enough, like how thankful I am for that. But it's like it's a dream because I get a chance to live out all of this fight stuff that I've grown up loving to do, and I get to do it like every single day. And getting the feedback from you guys and being in the chat and talking to me, I mean, it's awesome. I was 9 when I did that boxing match. Yeah, I was supposed to box you, but your little punk ass bitched out and fought my cousin, Lock and Key. That's my brother, by the way. Hey, I'm gonna find that boxing match, guys, and I'll put him on like a premiere or something. Fire Chicken at 9 years old boxing, but don't expect to see like a whole lot because I was not the chicken yet. Thank you, Len. Anybody got any questions? Let's get some questions. I don't have like a huge thing that I got. Jake Paul versus Silva, Anderson Silva last night. So I actually watched it, and everyone always asks me, they're like, "Hey, are you gonna watch the UFC fights this weekend?" I'm like, probably not, because I don't know, guys. I just don't. I don't really follow a lot of the stuff anymore. You would think that it would be something that I would follow pretty closely because of me being involved in this. But in all honesty, I just don't really have the time. I mean, it's either editing fights, spending family time, or working. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like my friends are probably, people I consider friends are just like, probably like, man, why doesn't the guy ever hang out with us? I don't have time. I'm trying to spend more time with people. like this. I want to make it like a after the fights kind of deal, to where we all go out and have fun. We did it last time. We've done it a couple times now. We went to a comedy club, comedy in Kitsap. We went to the Dope Show. That was last weekend after the fights. That was fucking fun as hell. The comedians go out there, they do a set, and then they smoke it up, and then they go out and try to do another set. But oh, I'm going to answer your question right here. Don't, guys, just remind me to go back to the Silva Paul thing, because I'm going to get there. How do you guys get your fighters and matchups? All right. So I have a Facebook group that's got almost 30,000 people in it. We're part of Street Beefs. Street Beefs in itself is this huge entity, and people want to fight in different branches of Street Beefs. They want to go back and forth and just be part of Street Beefs. So I have a pool of fighters that they want to come out here, and they want their videos shown on the channel. They like the edits, they like the environment, they like meeting people, and I can provide that for them. So that's how you get fighters that want to fight out here. And the matchups are basically this, guys. You sign up with your weight and your experience, and then when you show up, if you're from out of state, I try to match you early. But if you show up, then I look at these and I put them next to each other. So I'm going to show you guys really quick. I can't, because I got people's personal information on waivers. So what I'll do is I'll sit there and I'll this is actually Robbie. Robbie's the main person, Derek, the ref, but these guys are the ones that mainly are doing some of the match. Shut up, Crazy Legs. No, I don't. Not really. So we kind of just put them all in different spots, and we're like, these guys are 180 pounds. They both want to box, and they're both level 2s. That's like a given. Okay. We do it like that. And then we get down to the end, and there's like a couple left, and they're like, okay, what if we swap this guy out with this guy? Like, could we do that? You know, it's a 10-pound difference. And we're like, yeah, that would still work. Oh man, but this guy and this guy are level 1 and a level 2. Well, let's go talk to the people, and we'll make sure, like, hey, this guy's got, a couple months of training. Is that cool? Sometimes the guy's like, oh, I want somebody matched up my experience, and we're like, oh, that's fine. We'll find somebody for you. Not always do people get matched up with somebody. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But we always try. We went to 3 E's: exposure, experience, entertainment, edits, and environment. I like that. Man, I gotta write that down. Yeah, so that's basically how you get matched up and get your fight out here at the Scrapyard. In a YouTube boxing event, like, I don't know. So a reason I don't fight as much as I want to is because of the toll training takes on my time. So, I missed Crazy Legs' question. I'll get back to yours in a second. It does take. I try to stay in like a general, like, decent shape, and then if I know I got something coming up, I'll work at it. And if somebody drops out, it's a man, that's a big hit, because I was getting ready and putting time into it and everything. And when someone backs out, it's like, oh man, that sucks. But would I fight in a celebrity boxing match? It depends on, probably, maybe, like Wonder Boy Thompson. If Wonder Boy came out to the Scrapyard and was like, hey, let's do an exhibition boxing match, just whatever, what could I say no to that? If I couldn't say no to that, come on. But getting back to like the Jake Paul thing, like, if it was something like that, dude, I'll be honest, like, that guy would probably murder me. He's good. Is he Canelo good? No, but he's a pro fighter. Would I box Jake Paul? Maybe. Dude, if you box Jake Paul, you're getting millions of dollars. That's just how it goes. So, I mean, how do you turn that down? I'll take a dive for $1 million. What made you want to start a fight group? Um, to be honest, like it's street beefs. Honestly, like when I came back from Virginia and I saw like what they were doing out there and the environment and people were getting together and people were training together and just the atmosphere, I was like, man, I want to get home and start my own group. Now, granted, at the time, the group was not meant to be a fight club. No, it wasn't. It was meant to be a way to get people together to train. We built a ring in my yard. The ring was essentially meant for training. I had Simo out there. I had Turco, Turkish Assassin, Moses. These guys were coming out and training with us, like kind of on a semi-regular basis. And well, okay, like some of those guys were after the fight started, but like okay, Simo and Moses and we had Jeremy in the group. We had some of the other people as moderators, and we are just getting people together like locally. Like, hey, let's link up and train a little bit. You know, I had a coach; he was still out here in Washington, and um, it was working out good. And then somebody said like, hey, why don't you just throw fights? You know, let's look into the laws, see if we can even throw fights in Washington. And come to find out, we could. So we're like, man, I don't want to step on Street Beef's toes or anything. So we made our name Scrapyard Fights, and we're like, okay, we're not gonna try to like encroach on Street Beefs. We're all the way on the other side of the country. There's no other organizations over here, so like we're good. And then we scheduled our first fights for July, and we ended up having them. But right before that, we became Street Beef Scrapyard, and it just blew my mind that Scarface would be on board with something like that and give me an opportunity like that. And the rest is kind of history, guys. Like if you want to talk like analytics and how our channel's doing, it's doing really good. Um, I don't know if anybody's even interested in any of the analytics. Like to me, I'm always looking at the stuff. I look at the stuff too much. I spend a lot of like if I got minutes, I can figure out different things to do to try to improve on that end. But you know, yeah. So Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. What was my opinion of that fight before it happened? So I was at work, and this dude was like, "Hey, I'll put $100 on Anderson Silva." I was like, "Oh, Anderson's not going to win, man." He's like, "Oh, well, take the $100." I was like, "I don't bet, man." He's like, "Well, what about 20?" I was like, "Okay, fine. I'm confident that I'm willing to risk $20. I'm a man, Jake Paul." And so I made the bet, shook hands, blah blah blah. And so I had a little bit of time last night, and I was like, "Hey, I'll watch this Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight." I watched the whole thing through, um, and I'll say like it was pretty back and forth at first, and I actually thought that I had like Jake winning like the first round, and then it went to I can't break it down because I don't have it right in front of me. Um, Best thing that can happen for you is more shout outs from Icy Mike. It's how I heard about y'all. I don't know if Icy Mike has ever shouted me out, the Scrapyard. I know that he shouts out Street Beefs, but I don't know if he's ever shouted out the Scrapyard. Now, I've known who Icy Mike was for quite a while. I've known about Icy Mike back. Flex, what's up? I've known about Icy Mike since he was like in Street Beefs. And I've always been a fan. I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. I watch his videos. Very knowledgeable, entertaining. But yeah, I've always got a lot of respect for Icy Mike. And I've seen that Demetrius Johnson did a breakdown of one of Icy Mike's fights the other day. I thought that was pretty cool. But Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, man, you live out in Washington. We're out in Washington. I don't know if you know this. So if anybody knows Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson, I have to specify on that. I don't want to get the wrong one on that. Reach out to him. Tell him that I'd like to speak to him. I've always been a big fan of Demetrius Johnson. I saw him fight at a high school when he was just coming up, and it was pretty crazy. And then he ended up being what he became today. So, always been a big fan of Demetrius Johnson. Oh, you guys know him? Dude, hit him up. I just want to speak to him, and man, I'd like to come out, have him come out personally and check it out. I mean, I'd even let him like maybe announce some fights, you know? No, he wasn't in high school. I saw it at a high school. Like it was a Tumwater High School and they were throwing fights. They used that auditorium, rented it out for amateur fights. Dude, that was so long ago though. But let me see. No, it wasn't Magoo that made the bet with me. So anyway, the fight, it was back and forth. I had like Silva winning. I had Jake Paul winning, back and forth, back and forth. And then at one point, it looked like Silva was figuring out Jake Paul. And I was starting to get a little worried. But then at another point, it looked like Jake Paul's maybe younger athleticism might have taken over. And he was starting to land more shots. Yep. Hey, come on, Twisted Tea, sponsor us. Get a hold of me. Viking Warrior fought Black Hornet. Yep. I'm gonna edit that one soon. Also, guys, don't take the belts home. They get scratched up. I'm going to show off a new belt coming up. My wife kind of spoiled it, but she didn't because that's not the belt. That's a decoy belt, is what she showed you. I have the real belt. There'll be a premiere for the real belt. And Muay Thai. If you want a Muay Thai title, that's the belt that I'm going to showcase soon is going to be for. Fighters that fought at the last event, dude. We had a photographer come out. I'll link all of the stuff there when I start to get pictures and stuff from him. But he shot like 1,200 shots, pictures at the fights. So if you fought at the last event, I'll probably get you some pictures. I mean, unless you just like are a total ass and talk shit to me over voice messages, then you might not get any pictures, but whatever. Jimmy, you need a belt. You got to earn it. You got to earn it, man. Jimmy versus Turco, dude, come on. Like, Turco, where you at? Jimmy Fit wants a shot at that belt. So anyway, with the Jake Paul Silva fight, I know I got off track a little bit there, but dude, it ended up getting down to the end, and man, Jake hits hard. Like I know you guys don't give him enough credit. I really think it really comes down to people that are more into the real sport of boxing that don't respect Jake Paul as much. He's got a big mouth, but you guys are always putting excuses up like, well, he's fighting this guy, he's fighting that guy. Okay, but do you think he's trying to be going after Canelo and for a title, or do you think he's just, I don't know, doing it to build a name? I think he's just doing it to build a name, you know, because he's proven himself to pack some power, but I do know there is a gap in experience between Brandon. Can you what's his channel? Like, I know his gaming channel, but what's up, Corey? I know, but you know who he probably will beat? He probably will hit or beat. Probably will beat Diaz. Nate Diaz. Either of them. I think he's going to beat either of those guys, to be honest. Because after the fight, he did win decision, but he did knock down Anderson Silva. So that's something right there. He was able to knock him down. And it was a good knockdown. It wasn't like he tripped and all that. he landed a good shot on him, and he did knock him down. So I think the decision, even Anderson said the decision was fair. But I mean, if you didn't know, Jake Paul also shouted out Street Beefs the other day. So go to Street Beefs channel, the OG channel, just Street Beefs on YouTube, and look it up. It's like the last video that was posted, but it is Jake Paul actually mentioning Street Beefs. Jake Paul actually knows about Street Beefs, and he didn't have anything to really say bad about it from what he was talking about, you know. But whether you like Jake or not, the fact that a big name like that knows who the organization of Street Beefs is monumental. So, I mean, the celebrity. I know. Okay, Turtle's in the house. I know you hate these celebrity matches, man. But I'd like to know what they made on pay-per-views versus like the last Canelo fight. If anybody can get that information. Sure, it isn't like ranking boxing. There's celebrity boxing matches, but I mean, those have always had popularity. And it's arguable about what it does for the sport of boxing. I think personally that boxing right now is at a high point, at a higher point than it has been in, say, the last 20 years. You got Tyson Fury, Wilder, Joshua, Canelo, all these guys that are known boxers, and people are watching their stuff. So, but those guys are like the elites. Oh, it might be Twitch. Hey, what's up, Ordinary Pete? I've been seeing you on Instagram lately. Speaking of Instagram, guys, I was always like, fuck Instagram. And I've been posting videos of clips of our fights on Instagram, and our IG's been blowing up. So, I mean, all that really means is that more bigger names are starting to recognize what we're doing. Man, I'll be honest, like there's some pretty big names who started following the Scrapyard, like WWE guys, professional fighters. It's pretty crazy. So Instagram is a huge, just a huge avenue to be able to link up with people like that. Why'd I poke a hole in that? Damn it. Fucking stupid. Are you guys still waiting on me to premiere this fight? Some of you guys will be like disappointed because they'll be like, oh, this fight, but I don't care. I don't care. I didn't have much time tonight. Remember, I told you it comes down to time and all that stuff. So post them. Yeah, reels, guys. Facebook also. You probably seen reels popping up everywhere on Facebook, but it's just to link people back to the Scrapyard. And it all comes in full circle, guys. Everything does. Everything. I mean, you got to know which avenues to put more time and effort into, and how each of them work, and do your research, but it all comes back. So, so I did release a fight the other day. It was Gaio versus Fade. So Fade came all the way from the OG branch of Street Beefs, all the way from Boston. Actually hung out with Fade after the fight. Cool ass dude, like just chill as fuck, down to earth. Went out with him and his, I think, girlfriend. I don't know if they're married. Went out with them, had a couple drinks, went to the comedy show. I think I got the highest viewed reel in entire Street Beefs. How many views does your reel have, Jimmy? Because I'll tell you if one of ours has more. But anyway, I had an issue with that fight, and halfway through the fight, I lost audio. Dude, that sucks. There was one event when we lost all audio. That was when Shinigami was there. Talk about illuminate the state. What's up? Talk about an event to lose audio on. So what do I do when I lose audio? Alternate angle. I resort to my alternate angle and I use the audio from that. Not great, but it's doable. Okay. I'm waiting on Jimmy. My one street beef reel has 60 views. I like it though. Did you fight in Street Beef's Ordinary, Pete? Mighty Gaming? Man, I don't use Twitch. That's the problem. I got to branch out and do more stuff. I actually logged in my Twitter account today for the first time in like years. Oh, your edit. Okay. I want to know what this Jimmy Fit short has on it. 11.4 punches past me. You're at 11.4 on your damn. So I think my highest one, I just started doing those things like a month ago, and I think our highest one is, I think it's Seafood Panda and Solo, or it's Seafood Panda and Mad Dog, or it's Gash and DAD. Those are all in the millions. Some of them are like 4 millions. Your short has a lot of views too. 702,000. Yep. What's cool about YouTube also is when I put out a short for you guys, there's a link to the fight right there. Like it's automatically on there. Oh, hey, you're watching if you got ideas for better audio, I've actually been thinking about doing a microphone for my lives and maybe some lighting. Hit me up DM. I can't answer you now, but I am interested. Okay. Members, are you a member, guys? Are you even a member? So it used to be that if you were a member of our YouTube channel, I would put the fights out alternate angle every month, but it got to be too much, to be honest, guys. So now I do a live video for you guys. And I love how everybody calls him Seafood Panda. Seafood Panda. Seafood, not seafood. But I shouldn't correct you. Yeah, if they're on, that's because Jimmy, the new ones with YouTube are linked, so somebody can click on it. Like they just changed shorts up recently. I don't mess with TikTok at all. TikTok, dead to me. I have all animosity towards TikTok. They banned my account because it's too violent. But if girl wants to shake her naked ass, on there, that's fine. But just like a little bit of confrontation, or not even that, orchestrated, referee fight, that's whatever. They're not okay with it. So screw you, TikTok. There's other platforms. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, obviously. Yeah, it's owned by China. How about a fight? You guys want me to premiere a fight? Okay. Pre-warning, guys, it's not a real fight, but it has aspects of a fight in it. And I'm going to explain this ahead of time, and I'll explain it afterwards. It will be okay. Membership. I see we got a new member. So what I'm going to talk about is things that I want to do. I want to do private chats and maybe some vlogging and exclusive footage for you members. Also, I'm going to premiere the fights to you guys before they go public. So if I fully edit a fight, then you guys will get to see them first as members. Pono, what is up? All right, premiering my fight.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? So I've been out for quite a while now. I think it's been like 6 months. I got injured, and finally feeling like ready to step back in here and do a grappling match. So hey, thanks everybody for the support. You know, I love doing this. I love getting in here and doing this every month. So it's been a real letdown being injured. So for those of you that like this kind of stuff, enjoy.
This corner we got Fire Chicken. This corner we got Dan. Bring it in, gentlemen. Okay, you know the rules of this match. Got 5 minutes, submission only. You only win by submission. It goes the distance, it's a draw. Okay, you guys good? Yeah. Handshake, back to your corners. Timer, you ready? Grappler, you ready? Yeah. Grappler, you ready? Let's grapple. Okay, we got it.
Does this every day. Yeah.
Man, it's quiet here. Drop.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man! Dial roll!
Oh, he slapped you a couple times. You see that little slap? He just slapped back. Oh, yeah, get it back. Hooks in, Dad. Hooks in, Dad. Grinding it. Man, hooks in, Dad. Hooks in, Dad.
Fire chicken!
Get the hooks in, Dad.
Not be late!
Set your hooks, Dad. Left hook, Dad. Get your left hook in. Get your... Oh no! I'm gonna go ahead and do that to you. That can also hey, I got one of these.
Take his back! Take his back! Roll him! There you go. Chug it!
Fight the hands, Dad. Fight the hands, Dad. Control one of those hands. Control, wrist control, wrist control.
Don't let him up from that
Turn in if you can. Turn in, Dad. Control that wrist and turn in. Turn into him. Control it. There you go. Turn in. Turn in. Control that wrist. Control that wrist. Keep that wrist. Whatever you do, Dad, keep that wrist. Keep that wrist.
Tap, tappity tap. Man, that was a good roll session.
Yeah.
All right, great match, guys. Great match.
Bring in, gentlemen. Inverted Kimura. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, winner by an inverted Kimura.
Fire chicken!
Fire chicken.
Thanks to my opponent Matt for Dad for doing this. Had a lot of fun out here. Till next time. All right. Yeah, I know, dude. That it really didn't take me very long to edit that one because I didn't do no slow motions. I didn't do any alternate camera angles, and I already had Dad's picture cut out. I only had to do mine, so it was actually a really easy edit. There was no round changing, nothing like that. It was a move that I've never practiced. It was just there, and it was like an inverted Kimura. So I mean, I took it. Did I wrestle too? No, you know what? I never wrestled. I did coach wrestling for 5 years as an assistant coach, but I don't have any like formal wrestling team training. DAD, there he is. So that's kind of where I got better at wrestling from coaching wrestling, but I've been doing grappling for quite a while. Yes, Jimmy, you gotta order a Scrapyard hoodie. I think you should walk up to Martin and say, "Hey, Martin, can I have a Scrapyard hoodie?" Oh, dude, represent us, dude. You're like starting to become family out here. You show up a few times, like people think that we don't like outsiders or people coming in, but that's not it at all. I welcome anybody that is that clicks in with us, that enjoys being around us. It ain't like we're trying to keep like people away. We want to bring people in. We've got a community of fighters, and we're all trying to accomplish our goals and everything. And you know what? That's how it is at the end of the day. Whether you're whatever branch you're in, you're always welcome at the Scrapyard. There are just some people, not you. There are just some people that just can't get along with like a group of people, and they keep getting like kicked out of different branches. That happens. Hell yeah, dude. I love that. But guys, got any questions? You guys got any questions? This is questions, comments, and concern. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about it because, like, when somebody comes to me and signs up for the Scrapyard, like, I don't care what happened in other branches, as long as like I'm not gonna get into that, but like if somebody gets kicked out of Street Beast for something bad, then we can't like let them fight out ours. But if you have disagreements with your branch or whatever, like that doesn't. I don't take that really into consideration. I just treat everybody like the fire chicken that you meet when you meet me is the general respect, and everything's cool until it's not, and that's what I was having this problem with this individual today, is that we were actually really cool, talked a couple times and stuff, but he came at me sideways and showed me some true colors there, and I didn't like him at all. And so I'm still not that old yet, Lock and Key. I'm still not that old. I'm still not old enough. Dude, that's my brother. If you guys want a custom knife made, look him up. Look up Lock and Key Knives on Facebook. He does his own knife forging, and he's been doing it for a little while now, and they're pretty good. I have one of his first ones. It's a piece of rebar, but I do have one. I still have it. I'm waiting until he's famous so I can put it on eBay. So that grappling match, that'll probably go out like in a couple days. I'm going to edit a fight tomorrow night, try to stay on top of stuff. I don't know what fight I'm going to edit. There were a couple fights this last month that when I filmed them, the film is sideways. So that makes it a little bit harder to edit. I have to like turn the footage and everything. I definitely wouldn't leave the sideways footage in the fight. That would just be weird. It is, I mean, nice, dude. Support each other. He's done machetes. Nice. He should have done like a Halloween giveaway or something, like a Jason knife. That would have been really cool. Maybe etch in the blood on the blade, so it looks like it's got like a blood effect on the blade. Instagram, yes. Follow us on Facebook also. I've been noticing since I've been putting reels out on Facebook that we're getting a lot of people following us on IG or on Facebook. A lot of people following me. I love knives. Hey, yes, we're talking knives. Lock and Key Knives above. He does custom knives. Check him out. if you love knives, which I think you do love knives. Oh, thanks, Woke. You're making me blush, man. So we got fights coming up. November 26th, guys. I'm hoping to get a big name out here to fight and a big name for something else. So that is in the works. We fight rain or shine, guys. Unfortunately, it's Washington State. You guys should be used to it now. But I'm really trying to do some different things to make it more accommodating for you guys. More shelter, less puddles. And if you've been in the ring in the rain, you don't get puddles in the ring. Like, we built a damn water filtration system in that whole thing. This was like engineered by NASA scientists and constructed by the leading contractors in the United States. I mean, I'm just joking, but it is a pretty badass cage. I mean, the locking mechanism on the cage locks in 3 different spots. That cage cannot open up ever unless I have a door operator that doesn't know how to turn the lock all the way. It could happen, I guess. There is literally no way in or out of that cage when that door's shut. I have lighting in the cage now. I have 550 watt LED bulbs pulsating down upon the cage on Sasquatch's shadowy figure to make film quality better. Hey, see you later, Eric. Thanks for Oh man, you did. That's awesome. NASA makes fake cages. Ha! They were, instead of landing on the moon, they were making my cage. So just remember that. Flat Earth cages rock. Yes, they do. Hollow, flat Earth. Let's make some conspiracy theories up. You know what's not a conspiracy theory? Sasquatch. I went outside the other day and I was walking down the driveway to, I got to take my garbages down. I was taking my garbages down last week and I heard some rustling about in my porta potty, and I seen Sasquatch come out of my porta potty with a newspaper. He made eye contact with me, kind of nodded at each other like it was a mutual respect thing. Like he likes the entertainment factor that we provide him with the fights. Believe it or not, when you guys are out here fighting at the scrapyard, Sasquatch is watching. And I don't know, they're just really good at camouflage. He might have like eagle vision. He might be up in a tree like 100 yards away watching the fights. As long as he's not like recording them and bootlegging them on YouTube, I'm fine with him watching. But yeah, there's like a mutual respect thing between me and Sasquatch. So that does remind me, I got to take those garbages down. I do got to get off here. We're getting close to the 1 hour. Elon is unbanning a bunch of people on Twitter. I never did like Twitter. I hate to sound like a boomer, but I don't really understand Twitter. Like, what am I supposed to do with it? I get it. It's another social media platform. And I believe with Elon taking over, we might get to see if we might see popularity increase maybe. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about Twitter or any of that stuff. And I keep political stuff completely off my channel. Like I'm not, that's not what we're about at the Scrapyard, you know, but it is a platform for promotion of our material. So that interests me. I'm always interested in different platforms, but so we got 5 minutes, guys. We got the final countdown, less than 5 minutes. So if you got a question that you really want to get answered, that it's just been burning at you to ask, like, let's hear it. Hey, really quick, I'm looking for a journalist that writes articles that has that platform. So journalists, get a hold of me. My email is scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. Hit me up. There's something I'm trying to do. So there's a rhyme and a reason behind it, but like I'll discuss it with you when we talk. Instagram does seem like a pretty good for promotion, to be honest. Facebook, I mean, I got a couple Facebook groups. One's got my Scrapyard, my Streepy Scrapyard has like 28,000 members, and then Scrapyard Fights has like 83,000. Oh, that's a secret actually. Is there any give? You'd have to ask DTP, Samaritan, anybody that's been slammed hard. I think there is a give to it, but it's not plywood or anything like that. There's definitely more of a give than like concrete. It's not saying much. All right. We got 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Anything? You boxers don't have to worry about getting slammed. Shout out to Terrifier. I heard he won his last amateur MMA fight. So shout out Terrifier. I really do like that people that have been here and gone through this whole thing are moving up and becoming established fighters. That's cool to see. I believe he won a belt too in his last fight. So he's actually an amateur belt holder now. Undefeated amateur belt holder. OTH, what's up? Dude, I just been on like a family trip and I needed to do a Kickin' It with Chicken. I had some stuff I had to talk about. It absolutely couldn't wait. Also, guys, check out OTH. They just commented. They do fight breakdowns of all the Street Beefs channels. But check them out. Cuzzo, he does the breakdowns. Dad versus the Persian Prince. I don't know who the Persian Prince is. Is Gumby still fighting? I saw something on Gumby's IG that was like, it was like a grappling match. But I don't think he's done any, he hasn't done any fights since he left the Scrapyard, I don't think. I think he's done a couple grappling matches. He's been gone for like 2 years now. No, he hasn't been gone that long. He's been gone about a year and a half. Oh, shit. Dude, yeah, you guys did your show. Man, I'm sorry. I missed it. I got done editing my video, and I was like, man, I want to premiere it. I got to get on here. I got to do this, and I spaced it. Sorry, man. Mr. Zeg, what is up? Normally, I do my Kickin' It with Chickens on Friday or Saturday. But I am like super... I'm not good at scheduling stuff and sticking to it. So I just go on my schedule, and when people are here and want to watch it, then it's like awesome. But most of the views that we get from Kickin' with Chicken happen after the fact. They don't really happen during the live. They happen later. I'm still wondering when you guys are going to come down to the Scrapyard. Got 10 seconds left. Come on, one more question, and we'll make it that. Should have a squatch cam for the fights. Camera hiding behind trees 150 feet away. That'd be funny. Can I get end a fight? Yes, you can. Go to our Facebook group and you sign up in our Facebook group. If you don't have Facebook, have someone else sign you up or make a fake account. You just got to follow the rules and message me a couple days before the fights to get the address. It's not too bad. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. I'm probably going to do another Kickin' with Chicken for you guys next Saturday. I'm also hoping to do a live feed of our training on what's Fire Chicken being for Halloween. Actually, I went to Halloween Town and oh, JB, what's up, man? I hope you're signing up to fight this month, or I'm putting your belt up. Golden Arms wants some of JB. Golden Arms versus JB. Let's set it up. He's just coming off a loss, man. I think he's hungry. So I already kind of did Halloween a couple times. I mean, I have a Sasquatch costume. I got a chicken head. I got a mask that lights up. So I mean, nothing super crazy. I've kind of already done Halloween like 3 times now. I don't know when I'm going to be in your neck of the woods. Oh, Thanksgiving. Probably Thanksgiving. So that's coming up. So sign up in the Facebook group, guys. The earlier you get signed up, the more I have an idea where to match you. So that's all I got for tonight. Thanks, everybody. TDK versus JB. He's got to get a couple fights in the Scrapyard. I don't just give title fights to people showing up for the first time, unfortunately. You gotta get a couple fights in before you can fight for a title. Smash that like button if you haven't yet. Like. I don't want to leave you guys, but I do. I gotta leave you guys. Yeah, he's the champ. I get that, but I can't make an exception. I can't make it. He can fight down here, or up here, but I can't give him a title fight until he's fought at least once. So, hey, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all great. Thanks for watching our stuff. And I always try to keep an open ear for you guys' suggestions, and I will answer this one because it comes up like every time. They call me the Fire Chicken because ever since I was 15, I've owned a Firebird. I owned a 76, I've owned an 84, an 86, a 2002, and a slang term for a Firebird on the hood is a Fire Chicken. That's awesome. I love to hear that, Jimmy. I would honestly like to meet him. But again, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. I got work at 4 a.m. and it's 8 p.m. right now. So yeah, I gotta get some sleep. So thanks everybody again. Appreciate you all. Fire Chicken out.